what they want to do to work with these two heroes, and it's been a long time. I'm surprised that it's they're thinking very heavily about this third pick coming out. It should be their second support. And we'll see what they want to do, as it's going to be with Wraith King. They'll actually pick up their Wraith King this early.
Seconds remaining.
The Wraith King, Abaddon, Mirana. So you've got a lockdown there with the stun of the Wraith King. You'd like a little bit more. You've got the arrow. But just the Wraith King's Wraith Fire Blast is... I just don't think it's enough. We'll have to see how they continue to expand on this draft with the Wraith King. And Vici are going to go to the Leshrac. So this gives you pushing potential. Gives you a stun. Extra damage with the Pulse Nova.
Seconds remaining.
So we can expect Ori to be playing that Leshrac and have Yang on that Centaur. They still need a paparazzi hero. As for Royal Never Give Up, that Wraith King, we'll see if that is Monet's safe lane Wraith King, and it should be. Meaning that they still need to pick Setsu's hero as well as, I would say, Fenrir's. Because Mirana should be played by Dogfights. Dogfights used to be really one of the better position 4s. I think he was one of the more popular position 4s before Bobica came into the running. But 6 seconds left, taking all the time they can. And they're going to go with Ancient Apparition as their other support. Usually when you see that, you go with something like a Sven or a Wraith King, something that's going to give you that stun, help you with that cold feet to proc over.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. RNG's turn to
So TA's gonna get banned here, as Kunk has been banned as well, and you don't want to have that TA against you. The Kunk is really good because of the instances of damage on the Torrent against the TA and the Refraction. TA also giving you that mobility. The Melt Strike's really strong. And when you can hit that hard and say an Ice Blast comes over, it is easy to get kills. Ow.
5 seconds remaining. RNG's turn to pick. Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
They're going to go with OT. And then Sniper. Wow. Okay. Okay, he spawned twice. So that's going to be Aura on the Sniper. And it will be Paparazzi on the Leshrac. So they're going to go safely in Leshrac and go with the mid Sniper. PYW on the line, former player for Serenity, if you guys remember. DY, who was so good during TI. And Yang in the off lane for Vici. Setsu will be on the OD, Fenrir on the Aged Apparition, Flyweight on the Abaddon, Dogfights on the Mirana, leaving Monet on the Wraith King.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So, I like Vici's lineup. I think you're going to need like a Blink or a Force Step here for the OD. You want to be able to get on top of the Sniper, but not many options to get on top of him, honestly. And this could potentially be a game where Ori kind of goes off on this Sniper, depending on his start. Oh, gosh. My voice is just getting worse and worse. Unfortunately, it's just, you know, I lost my voice in the previous 2 days. It's probably the most I've cast in a long time. 24 hours in 2 days, 24 hours of casting in 2 days, and I just I got over the top at times and blew out my voice. So, unfortunate. I'm sorry for that. I've been actively messaging people to try and get a replacement, which sucks because I hate giving up my spot in casting because I love this. I love doing this, but I definitely should not be doing this at the moment. I should be resting my voice and trying to, you know, give you guys the best I can. So let's see how RNG does. I think they had lost a series that I thought they should have taken. I think they lost the first game to yeah, I think, I don't know. They got 0-2 by Astro. I was a little surprised at that. The 1-1 splits with Newbie and Keen, I guess, aren't too shocking.
Oh, hell yes.
So, let's see what Vici can get done here. As they come over bottom with 3 heroes, as does RNG. Fireblast coming out in a dogfight, but they really don't have much to, you know, throw from the side of RNG. They have an arrow and maybe cold feet. They need to be careful because the Fireblast, your spike, and there's the Split Earth to get the kill onto Monet. And that's the problem when you bring 4 heroes here and you try to get aggressive with 3, that's going to cause you to be in a position where you get caught out. And they do get the kill. That's first blood right there. First blood
The battle begins.
coming in for the side of Vici, and that actually is first blood for Ori. Like I said, if he gets a good early jump, things are going to get way easier for him. Is Paparazzi going to stay mid? I think he's just going to body block. We'll see what the matchups end up being. I like that I'm getting compared to Christian Bale here. A great trilogy of movies, let me tell you. The funny thing is, I'm supposed to have this meeting with this girl about voice acting, and now I have to show up, potentially, because it's always hard to catch her because she's a voice actress for like a really big TV show. It's really hard to catch her on a free day, but if she hears me like this, like, I'm not gonna get the job. Or maybe I will. Maybe I'll become Batman and I'll have to keep hurting my voice like this forever. Ben, you could be the new voice actor for the new Batman series. Ooh. Split Earth lands. Fly went in a little bit of trouble, but he's got that Aphotic Shield level 1 already popped. An arrow attempt, but not gonna land. Fire Blast again, Aphotic Shield. They've got the Split Earth. They're doing a lot of damage. Might be able to get the kill. A couple more shots, and oof, just one shot away from getting that Abaddon, who has 4 tangos, but that region's not exactly amazing. Would love to have a salve, and I wonder if he gets one sent over. But you look at the stuns that they're able to line up with the Fire Blast into the Split Earth. Ogre's going to want to use that Mango and then continue to harass, but like I was saying in the previous series with Undying, once you're out of mana and you're trying to harass like that, you should probably, sacrifice yourself to the tier 2. So as I was saying, I could maybe need to be the next Batman. Constantly just destroy my voice. I don't know if I get that job.
Radiant's top tower.
I know somebody before was hoping for a where is she? Well, you gotta make it even deeper than it is now. You just gotta be like, where is she? Because Christian Bale in that movie just modulates his voice so ridiculously. to the point where he sounds like I do. Oh, great arrow. Sneaks it in. Astro Imprisonment should have the kill on Ori. Leap forward and the damage. Oh, another leap. And yeah, they will get the kill. The stun comes out on Dogfights, but it's just way too late.
Oh no.
PYW salves up, but gets immediately taken out. However, Yang used Retaliate. With only 3 stacks doing a lot of damage to Fenrir as well as Monet, and another salve for PYW. Cold Feet comes out, they've got the stun, it'll proc if he doesn't die here, but ends up falling. Will be a trade for Yang. Arrow comes out. Nice job by Dogfights to come over and get that kill. Coming over, landing these arrows, he's done a lot of work on multiple lanes, and the problem is you leave Flywin by himself, and now he'll end up losing his life to yours, so you're pushing forward the farm of the Leshrac. Well, even a 3 at the moment. You're pushing, like I was saying. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I get a replacement on my left screen, so I was kind of getting distracted for a second. But you can push forward this Leshrac, and the quicker he gets 6, the quicker he might move around. We'll see if that's going to be the direction he goes in. Draining the mana of Dogfights, making sure that it's harder for him to throw those arrows. 100 mana each. I mean, trying to throw mana, maybe get this Starstorm level 3. I don't see him going for anything else.
For the hunt.
Bounty runes are 2 apiece. Love Stomp coming out. Monet needs to be careful. Finally having Fenrir come over, but the Earth Spike is there. The stun's thrown, double edge. Monet, one more shot. Yang will get it. Grab the kill. So 4-3 in favor of Vici. And they get the kill onto that Wraith King. He's dead for the 2nd time. I mean, Monet loses his life as first blow, which really wasn't a big deal, but now slowing him down again. Getting ahead of him and allowing your Leshrac to move forward is what's going to really help you win these lanes and eventually go into that mid game feeling quite strong. Spike mid, OD dead. They brought the Ogre over as well. PYW is now the one who's rotating with DY, who's got level 2 of the Fire Blast, already level 4, and this should be 6 for both of them. Guaranteed, at least with the Tome of Knowledge, if not before that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dogfights using that arrow to clean up a couple of these big creeps here. I actually have the sentry down so they do spot PYW. He is within vision at the moment. Flywin just by himself with Paparazzi. We're gonna put pressure on Uyang, dying down towards bottom. Bring Fenrir over. I believe they threw a stun with Cold Feet. Yeah, that's gonna proc Cold Feet just about every single time, and that will set up the arrow if it's not landing beforehand. Because you could do it either way. If you land the arrow, you land the Cold Feet. If you land the stun, you land the Cold Feet. So if you get lucky enough with the arrow first. So 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes in. We're gonna get that kill on the Abaddon Flywin, getting his Aphotic Shield pop. He'll pop his ulti. Nobody rotating over, but definitely makes him a little more susceptible in this lane now.
fallen. Radiant's top
I mean,
tower
it's a
is
little
under
early.
attack.
8 minutes, not that early, but we switched over to net worth. We see that, you know, with the space that they've given paparazzis, but actually go boots travel first. He's looking for some mobility. I think looking for that pushing potential because he's got 4 into the Diabolic Edict. You're going to be doing a lot of damage to these towers early on. And if you can move around and open up some space here for Ori, who's got 3 Wraith Bands to start, could definitely see Vici start to really push ahead. They're already up 1,000 net worth based on just their laning phase. Smoke under vision? No. They're gonna TP over. They tried to go in on Ori. Now they've got the Stampede. They'll slow down the Mirana. They'll chase onto the OD. You know, out of trouble. Setsu on the run. Oh, Split Earth doesn't land, but they've got the Earth Spike. They should get the kill. They've got themselves one. They'll look for more. As Flywin now trying to run. We'll pop that ulti. He's got the Shrine, but the lockdown is here. There's no way out.
Share my torment.
So, 2,000 net worth lead here for Vici. And it's a 7-4 lead here. I mean, it's looking good too. You see the pressure that they're able to put on. They'll have boots to travel. Ready to go on the Soul Shrek, and that means he's able to be mobile and come around these lanes and use that Diabolic Edict, like I said, to push to these towers. Meanwhile, Assassinate does the damage to get the kill there on a Fenrir. Take a look over, is Yang moving in and getting a second, but that's just the first life of Wraith King. Arrow comes through, hits onto the Centaur, but they line the Split Earth. They've got the Earth Spike. They'll get the kill here onto the Wraith King.
And your spark.
So 9-4, and again, just the mobility coming out from this Vici lineup. It's not just the boots to travel, it's the willingness to move over and TP to these lanes, always move off cooldown. And they've forced over towards bottom, and they're going to use the Soul Shrek with the Diabolic Edict to take this tower out very quickly.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
Arrow thrown, not going to land on anybody, but that means they're giving up this tower.
Is under attack.
And right afterwards, they move over top. Like, this is the move that you're looking to make. You take a tower, you move over, you don't give up a tower in return. The pressure was coming out from Flywin, but now, you know, you're not trading. And that's exactly what you want. You want to take tower advantages, open up the map for yourself, shut down the spots where RNG are going to look to farm. I mean, right now they're looking for a Midas on the Wraith King, which means there's a lot of time until he really starts to come online. Blink Dagger for OD to try and get onto Ori, but even at that point, like, if you're getting on Ori, you're waiting for paparazzi.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's really hard for RNG. They're just, you know, they're farming as best they can, but it's now turned into where they have to stay pretty conservative. They can make a move here, but if the rotations are good enough from Vici and they turn this around, like, that's really a dagger, or at least the first dagger. This is going to be really well done. But it's Ogre. It was quite tanky, and again, here comes the sniper. They're going to look over at Fenrir. Flywin comes in. He's got the Curse of Avernus, but it's not going to matter. They get the kill on a Fenrir, as well as Monet. They'll look for another one. The Moonlight Shadow is going to be used. They'll pop the ulti, and Flywin does run out, but that's what I'm talking about. That's a turn that gets the kill on a Monet, gets the kill on the Ancient Apparition, and all you lose is an Ogre. So, that's what I was talking about. Like that was a situation that was going to turn really poor. And from there, I mean, that just becomes a big problem. Because now you don't feel confident making moves. You're going to sit back a little bit more, look for your farm, and try to get those next items. What you're trying to get is a Midas into the Radiance, which means Money needs a lot of time. You can't exactly be fighting in that spot. An OD going for the Blink Dagger. Maybe then you can open up the map for Monet once you've got that Blink Dagger. But you need to be very careful with the lead already being picked up by Vici. Oh, wow. Dogfight's taken out. Now they're going to give chase. He's already popped the ulti. He's very dead here, and they're going to take the tower.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Gosh. So, I mean, Vici's, they're just going to roll with this lead. There's no reason to really slow down. And that's why you get the boost travel early for Lestrak, so you have this mobility that you can work with your team on. Blink Dagger already picked up by Yang. And Vici here, just this early lead is showing, you know, why personally, I have a lot of faith in them being one of the top teams in China, and why they showed to be one of their top teams in China last season.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So, we'll see what RNG bring to the table now that they've got this Blink Dagger. If they can, again, open up the map for Monet, there's a chance back. But I wonder how willing he's going to be to fight. You really want him to farm as much as possible.
Money changes hands.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Where's
Dire's top
Where's
tower is under
Paparazzi?
attack.
Just continuing to farm. Has the Yules going Kaya next. Be a
Dire's
lot more
top tower
effective
has
pushing
fallen.
these lanes.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Look at this. OD just comes in once the wave is pushed, and watch Diaboliki to go to work. Forces out the glyph. The question is, do they rotate? I don't think they're even going to rotate over. But it does back Vici off with Ori, Paparazzi, and PYW down here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, look at this. Again, Diaboliki with the help of Ori. He's got the Mask of Madness. There it goes.
Radiant's
This is too late of a TP. But I think it was an attempt to get the Ice Blast down.
Dire's middle
Arrow
tower
hits.
is under
They'll have to kill the Lion. But it's just not worth it. You lose that tower, you lose, you know, more control of your jungle. I mean, you already lost your mid-tier 1, so your jungle's pretty open for Vici to make themselves feel at home. The vision right now is pretty minimal. It's a bunch of sentry wards from Vici. Got the Astro Imprisonment out. Ice Blast comes in. They'll catch Ori. Really well done there to get the kill. And, well, I mean, to get that kill, this is where the movement starts. I mean, they don't need the Radiance to move with Monet. I would have liked them to maybe have that space and have availability to them, but getting these kills is going to boost them up just as much so that they can move around the map, get the Astro Imprisonment, have the Ice Blast ready, and have the stun to follow it up. Like, they could definitely start killing these heroes on Vici if they find them.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
They're pushing a tier 2 here too. Wow. They're not going to get it, but a good push coming out from RNG overall. And again, opening up more space for Monet, who's getting closer and closer to that Secret Relic. Ori again needs to be careful. At least he's got the help of Yang this time. Goes Mask of Madness and Maelstrom. He's got the rest of the team here over mid, so no vision on that smoke. Vici are going to be the aggressors this time instead of sitting back and just being content on farming. There's the Bloodlust. Yang moving forward, trying to lead, has that Blink Dagger for the blink into the hoof stomp. A good positioning so far from RNG in the trees, pushing up the lane and splitting up, trying to make sure that Vici don't spot them. But smoke's going to be broken now that they know that somebody's here. It's Flywin. It's a hard target to take out, and they might try to wrap around on RNG if this takes too long from Vici. We'll see if they just let him die. Yeah, they will. Setsu's going to TP out. They're not even going to fight this. Not the worst call ever. Meanwhile, Monet getting closer to this sacred relic.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they've cut down really well, into this net worth lead. And take a look at where it was. It was just about 6,000 for Vici, and they're slowly but surely coming back. They've got the Midas. Monet's been given enough space and time. This has really worked out well for them. I think they did really well in slowing down the pace of Vici. Like, yes, they gave up the tier 2 bottom, they gave up the tier 1 mid and the tier 1 top, but even despite giving up those towers, like, RNG has held really well.
Money changes hands. A tithe to the impurities.
RNG, bringing back this game, putting themselves in a spot to potentially take it. Meanwhile, a Sniper going into a BKB with Strax going into a BKB, almost done with it. Ogre, not much. Lion, he's got Tranquils right now, going Aetherlegs. He's got 1 on that finger, so an extra 40. Used to be 50. Paparazzi's farm has just been very impressive as well. From minute 1, he's been able to just stay alive and continually farm all over the map, and it was that decision to go for the early boots of travel that let him move around so freely and take these towers and find this farm.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
RNG scan, that'll catch a couple on Vici. I don't know if they know how many numbers are up there. Although, while that's there, Monet is towards the top. The fight's going to break out. They've got themselves the Astro Imprisonment. We'll see what they can do afterwards. Well, nothing. Let Fenrir die. It's another finger kill there for the Lion, as he's now up to 2, and Yang gets credit for the kill. That's just going to push quicker to these BKBs. Sniper's almost got his. You've got Lestrak almost getting his. Or actually has it. Sorry, I said almost has it. I'm hovering over it. And then meanwhile, though, Monet, he's gotten enough time to get himself this Radiance. Like, that's an impressive amount of space being made for RNG. There's the BKB. And now it comes down to how Ori's going to position himself. Because you're running away from an OD that has BKB for himself. Lion in trouble. Yule's into the arrow. Very dead. PYW dies, and another pickoff for RNG. Again, another pickoff. They've been doing this very well, stringing together pickoffs.
Radiant Radiant's middle
I'm
tower
not sure
is under attack.
I agree with kind of the let off of the gas from Vici. I thought that they had themselves in a pretty prime spot to push. You know, they had gone early into the dive to get that level 4 Stampede Blink. BKB popped by Setsu, maybe looking to turn this. Flywin, BKB's gonna be popped by Paparazzi. Chasing onto the OD, he's got about 4 seconds left on that BKB. Meanwhile, the Yules comes out by Yang. They've got the Yules. Ice Blast will fly through. Hits on one, and I think hovers to hit on the Yang. Nobody did just yet. The blink out from Setsu, and still Paparazzi backing off. His BKB was popped, as was Ori's. They had the stun thrown by the Ogre Magi. Blink close stop on the 2, and the Earth Spike. Oh, wow. Split Earth lands there as well. They look to get themselves a kill to Setsu. They get the first life away from this Wraith King. They would like to get more, but I'm not sure they will. And it also looks like RNG, they want to continue to go. Leap, Yules, Sniper in trouble. They've got the Urn on him. They need the stun from Monet, but he doesn't have a gap closer in that Blink Dagger just yet.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So that could have gone really poorly for Vici. They bought back on Setsu. I didn't even realize that.
Dire are scanning.
So Vici do a good job there, and getting that buyback extends their lead. He's working towards a Hex. I don't think that's the most crucial item for him to get immediately, and the buyback ends up being worth it if they could have gotten something. You need the gap closer, which you're about to have on the Wraith King, which means he can blink in, get that Wraith Fire Blast out. Yule's coming through. Paparazzi. BKB's going to be popped. They'll also have the Stampede to get away. And Vici do a good job to escape, but I think that's a charge that's down to 8 seconds now, yeah. So you're getting that BKB lower. Trying to do what you can to continue to pressure RNG, but RNG on top of, you know, buying this time, they also have to work with the cards they've been given to maybe bring back this deficit.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So, for right now, at least they're continuing to let Monet farm. I wonder if this will turn into a smoke play. They place the ward down, no sentry, but they do have Moonlight Shadow. They do have smoke available, and yeah, the sentry was down over here. This is gonna catch any vision that's coming their way, or who is not coming their way, but under them, just in case when they make this move with Moonlight Shadow, they move over, and then Vici's aware of it. They might just be aware of it right now, with the way they're positioned. Even with that Moonlight Shadow, no play is made by RNG. BKB, pop by Setsu, the immediate TP attempt. A lot of damage from Ori. All of a sudden, you thought maybe he wasn't going to make it out of that, and he had bought back, he would have been dead for 95 seconds. That's a good BKB to get forced out as well. They did the same thing there to the Leshrac, and now you get kind of even in taking out the BKB from Setsu. Bloodlust action coming in. Hurricane Bite next. That's exactly what I thought Ori needed. He needed that force staff because he doesn't have a way to get away once, or doesn't have the ability to get away once the you know, the OT comes on top of him, and or gets on top of him, not comes on top of him, but gets on top of him, and or the Wraith King too, because once you're out of that BKB, you're very vulnerable. So They smoke up here on Vici. They're not going to find anybody over mid. Nobody's pushing out too hard.
Dire's top tower
Got the
is under
Mirana
attack.
top as well as the Wraith King. And the Wraith King finally TP's over mid. And they'll spot this illusion. Blink of Stomp lands. They've got the stun. They'll look for the air spike from the low ground. Ooh, might get this first life. Now we'll see how RNG react. They've got the Stampede as well as the Split Earth. I believe that actually missed, but they throw the finger. They'll get the kill. They'll take out the Wraith King. He's dead for 65 seconds, so they're going to follow this up with potentially a kill in the Abaddon, but popping that ulti and getting out of there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
That arrow hits. There's definitely a chance they kill Ori there. They're going to take this tower and extend this lead to about 9,000.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Taking out Monet and stopping the Wraith King is huge because he can also push himself, and he is also trying to farm up that AC. Wonder if he's going to complete the AC first. He probably would have had the Hex by now if he didn't buy back.
Dire are scanning.
Blink of Stomp. Oh no. Oh no, they found Monet again. They don't get the kill this time, and they might actually get one in return. The Ogre Magi's coming over. The arrow's going to land on a paparazzi. After a little bit of a skirmish, they back off and away from each other. Vlad's picked up. Also has that pipe and phase boots. I actually wasn't paying attention to Flyby's items.
Selfish.
Eggs there for the Centaur next. I'm surprised nobody went Ferocious, especially when Monet was dead. They did pressure to get that mid-tier 2 and might have been able to back off of that, but Ice Blast was thrown and it would have caught vision of it, and maybe they would have come and contested on RNG.
Regeneration.
Hex finally picked up here by Setsu, and they're going to smoke off this, but right under a ward. I'm surprised that is such a common ward spot to not try to de-ward. That is a little bit surprising. But Ogre comes in, he'll dust up. They've got the Sunny Assassinate, follows it up, but they're not going to land the Split Earth, and now Shark in a little bit of trouble. They get the Stampede to escape. They might give chase, fly by low, 4-step into the hoof stomp. Now he pops the ulti. They get the kill to the dogfights. Whew. Just bad positioning. Unfortunately, kind of a bad spot to land with that 4-staff. And they knew that was coming, and they get the kill. They get the 2 kills, actually. I'm just surprised, like, you've got this ward right here. This sentry's new. This was placed before the smoke, but this has got to be... You got to watch for that. So they pick up the Aegis on Ori. Get themselves that first Roshan. It's another bad fight from RNG. You know, they held all this time to get Monet back into the game. And he has. He's back in it. But I just think a couple of poor decisions of what RNG just not capitalizing as well as they could have. also been just an amazing play from Ori and Paparazzi. Paparazzi is still yet to die. X. I might have cursed him. They'll throw the stun, they'll throw the sanities as well. They'll look for the kill, they'll get him. That is such caster's curse, but now they go to the high ground. I don't know if you want to extend this far. The sun comes out into Monet. They've got the Aphotic Shield. Looking for PYW. They lose Fenrir. It's a 1-for-1 so far. The buyback comes up from the Ancient Apparition. And now the Ignite Throne triple multicast coming out from DY. They've got the stun and it'll pop the ulti. They're not really attacking Flyby, so he's not getting much back out of this. They'll throw the ulti from Lion, get the kill on a fly win. And they'll look over at the Wraith King and they'll get his first life. He is level 20, so it is no mana cost. And Monet now, Wraith Fire Blast again. Hurricane Pike onto this Wraith King, getting low. Ori trying to do all he can, but they've got the Hex coming out from Setsu.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I want to keep going. Stun, again thrown. Earth Spike hits, but it will cost the life of PYW. And with these 2 kills, they're going to grab a tower. Are they going to go high ground? Sorry, let me get that out. Are they going to go high ground? Duels, Arrow. They got the Aegis. Ori in trouble. The Blink Host Stomp not going to do enough. BKB's going to be popped by Yang. They're trying to get Ori away. Ice Blast coming through. Woo! Monet gets the kill. He's got buyback. DUI's going to get chased. He ends up dying. They've got buyback on all 3 heroes. And they could use him. RNG. Did I jinx this entire game? I said Paparazzi doesn't die, and all of a sudden, oh, bad move there from Yang, but the really good reactions coming out from RNG. They've got the stun, as well as the Earth Spike. And he needs to run. He's got a second life. Assassinate comes in. BKB's going to be popped by Paparazzi. He's going to give chase. He'll get the first life, and they might need to go on this. Oh, man, on Fenrir as well as the Abaddon, and now they're trying to get the kill. Oh, blowing him up with the finger. He's got buyback as well. They'll drain the mana. They've got the Yules. They'll stop the TP of the Abaddon. Arrow comes in, but it doesn't hit on anybody, and they'll get themselves a second. So that forces them to back off. They don't want to have to buy back on Monet.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top shrine is under
Pressure
attack.
over the mid-tier 3. Blink. Oh, Setsu on the backline. Oh, Sanities! Sniper's just gone! Oh my! And Yang BKB's just too late! Paparazzi tried to do what he can. He got a split earth out of 3 of these heroes, but now he's forced to TP out. Oh my god, what a move!
Dire's top shrine is
Setsu,
under
that was
attack.
so ballsy! Oh my! I know I shouldn't be yelling,
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
but Jesus.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Did you not just see that? Just drop Sanities! Blinks on top of him!
Dire's middle barracks are under
Still a minute. This is at least a Rax.
Dire's
They
middle
take it pretty
barracks
quickly too. 10 seconds. RNG might have just stolen the game. Oh my god.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
2 sets. Top still is the tier 2. I think that's the only thing keeping Vici alive.
Dire's bottom shrine.
Yeah, here come the shrines. I'm still in awe of the balls on Setsu.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
I mean, just, wow. And that brings them right back into it. Not only does it bring them right back into it, but, I mean, look at this. Even. 12,000 net worth lead, even. 12,000 experience lead, even. Win probability, 80%. Disgusting.
Regeneration.
Pressure top now. They need to get this tier 2 and then open up the tier 3 and go for the last Interax and force Megas.
Dire are scanning.
They use Moonlight Shadow. They also use the smoke. They're going to move forward and try and fight one more time. Buyback, so let's switch to it. OD with Shrek, Centaur, and the Lion. Sniper doesn't have his for another 3.5 minutes. Now he's got the Lincolns. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Roche up potentially 35 seconds. That could be game-changing, game-winning for either side.
Radiant are scanning.
Cutting across towards Roche. Two of the Invis rune. Yang trying to make something happen. Monet! Oh! In the wrong hands! Into the Roche pit, into Yang's hoofs! He comes over, they've got the hoof stop. He's gonna have a second life, so it's not too dangerous just yet for the force staff back. Now, Cold Feet procs, Assassinate looking for a target, but they have the Solar Crest. And we'll keep him safe whether or not they jump him. Not a long Roche.
Money changes hands.
So they're going to control this Roche pit. Oh, Yule's arrow not going to land. They've got the split earth. They look over at Monet again. Fire blast thrown in the Wish track. Link clip stomp on it too. Yang! Woo! He's finally got that Ags. They're going to have Stampede ready to go and continue to give chase. Dust is used. They're back on the high ground. You need to retreat off this. You don't want to fight by the shrine area. Hook stop again. Yang is doing really well. And now they've got the Yule, so they'll pop the BKB. They'll avoid the Wraith Fire Blast. They've got the stun coming in on the Abaddon. They'll take him out. That's going to be one dead without buyback. Okay. This puts them in a decent spot to try and get themselves Roche. BKB pop by Setsu too, and they'll stampede away. Monet. Stun, Earth Spike. Oh, Sanities again! Takes out the Ogre! They're looking for the finger, trying to find a target, looking over potentially at Monet. There it is. Pops the first life. They've got 4 heroes around him. Ori trying to do something. Buyback comes out from Setsu. The BKB's going to be popped by this Wraith King. And now they've got the Yules out of the Wish track. They'll throw the arrow. It's going to hit on the Yang. They'll get the kill on the Centaur. He's not going to be able to get back in this fight either. Dead for 85 seconds. Meanwhile, on the top lines, they get PYW with the help of Setsu. Moving forward. Oh, Paparazzi pops the BKB. Monet saved by Setsu, and the chase is on. Out of mana, out of hope. Blink forward, and oh! Another Sanities. Yes, a refresher. Oh my god. BYW almost saved him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh my god. Can I stop sounding like a teenager?
Easy shot.
It's just cheese coming out. I feel like for 2 seconds I get better. I drink a tiny sip of water. And then it's like normal and then back to garbage. Here we go. Paparazzi, 44 seconds dead. No mega creeps yet, but this could be the fight. They don't have buyback though on the Wraith Gate for 25 more seconds. As well as Setsu's gone for 6 minutes, so if they kill OD, he's gone forever. This could be a big fight coming up and potentially a game stealing for Vici, who feel like they're on the edge. Blink. Oh, great Hex! They'll back off. They've got Stampede to close the gap if that's what they want to go with. They've got the Yules. They look over the Abaddon. Blink. Wraithfire Blast coming out from Monet. The BKB's gonna be popped. They've got themselves the Hoof Stomp. They'll look for anything that they can get their hands on. Flyby, Lotus Orb. There's the Stampede closing the gap. Meanwhile, on the backline, Zori trying to do as much damage as he can. They'll get the first life out of Monet. Stun hits onto this Yang Centaur. I believe he is level 25. He's got the stun after he dies the first time. And now Monet getting low. Ice Blast hits onto Paparazzi. Flywind. Arrow hits. Oh, that hit out of those tracks. Yang goes down. They'll take out Paparazzi. They're both dead without buyback. Ori trying to do what he can, but Sensu's right on top of him. They'll look over at Ori with the Blood West. It's not going to be enough. They'll get the kill. Triple kill for Sensu. Looking for more. Triple kill, and there it is. They'll take out DY buyback, and GG is called by Vici. Oh my god. RNG. How do they pull that off? That was amazing. Wow. That was wow. I mean, look, before we even talk about it, go to the graph. Look at RNG. Just bringing it back and taking, you know, what was an ugly start with Monet just getting destroyed. Giving him the time to get that Radiance. Vici kind of let off the gas. I was a little surprised at that, and at the end of the day, the victory is there for RNG. They take game 1. They're 1 game away from the major, and I mean, I'm shocked that Vici let that game go like that. So, good news, bad news. Good news is there's more Chinese Dota. Bad news is I'm getting taken off the stream. Not taken off the stream. That's the wrong way to phrase it. I need to be replaced. This sounds terrible, and I'm sorry. And I apologize, because I hate not being able to cast. I don't want to get emotional about it, but I really love doing this. And I hate that I can't finish tonight. Yeah, I mean, my voice is gone. My throat is fried. And it just sucks. It really sucks. I would throw something, but it's 4:30 in the morning. Either way, I really appreciate everybody coming out and watching whatever I was able to get done. And I'm sorry again. They're going to switch over to CIS on this channel. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to try and fix my voice for the minor qualifiers for China. Hopefully. And I'll be ready in time. That's in like 2 days, 3 days. So, again, I'm sorry. I might miss minor qualifiers as well. But I really love doing this, and I want to continue to do this and give you guys hype with a normal voice, not just be Batman. And before I go, I gotta give one more. Where's Rachel? So, that's where it is. It's not funny, but you know, I just feel like I have an opportunity to be a Batman right now. That's it. I don't know. I'm done. I'm done babbling. I'm sorry. Have a good night, guys. I really appreciate it again, and thanks for all the support. It means a lot.